Hello and welcome to episode number 145 of Week in Review. My name is Sean, and on this week's show, we're going to try some sweet treats that are modeled after sugar cookies or sugar cookie flavored or adjacent. Some M&Ms, some Hershey Kisses, and some Pop-Tarts. We'll also be talking about some early impressions of Star Renegades, as well as this week's new releases and the streams happening over on twitch.tv/JonosaurusRex. The holidays are quickly approaching, and this is the time of year where I get the most sweet treats, specifically the sugar cookies my mom makes that I love so very much. And it's also the time of year where we get variants of those sweet treats in candy form with limited edition items. And this week we actually have two different brands of limited edition item, or two different brands of candy, but they're going for the same goal. So let's taste and compare and talk about how inferior to my mom's sugar cookies they are. First up, we have M&M's white chocolate sugar cookies. I'll hold these awkwardly right here so I can grab the other bag, which are Hershey Kisses sugar cookies as well. Both of them very holiday themed, and I'm excited to try these because I really do love sugar cookies. Well, at least the ones my mom makes. So let's see how these taste. I'm going to open this smartly and reasonably. So here we go. I didn't accidentally touch the mouse with anything. Did I move the mouse out of the way? Okay, there we go. I found it. We're all good. After the debacle with the frickin' donuts, really don't want to have that happen again. Okay, so we'll smell them. They don't... What are they... I don't know if they really smell like sugar cookies, but they also don't really smell like M&Ms. They smell weird. So you have three different colors with these. You have a white, a green, and a red. Obviously, very festive. There they are for you. I don't know where to look. There it is. Well, great. Okay, that one's going to be lost forever under my Xbox One. Thankfully, they don't melt in your hand. They melt in your mouth, and hopefully not under an Xbox One console. So we'll give these a try. Okay. Did not expect this, but they are the crunchy M&Ms and crispy M&Ms. Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere on here. It just says white chocolate. That was not a good one. That one was way too small. Oh, God, that one sucked. The other two were okay, though. So let's see. On the inside, it's just flat white. They're not bad, but they're also not good. They don't taste like cookie. They taste like the candy that's on top of the cookie. There is a really weird flavor to these that I wasn't anticipating. God, what is that flavor? What is that flavor? I don't know what it is, but it doesn't taste like I want like a sugar cookie to taste like a cookie, but this doesn't taste like that. It tastes a little odd. Also, the white chocolate doesn't really cut through all that much. They're just not great. They taste more like candy, like a sugary fruity candy more so than like a sugar cookie, which is odd. It just has a very odd flavor to it that I'm having trouble placing exactly what it is, but I know it's off from what I'm expecting it to be. So okay, so that's fine. M&M's maybe not your best effort, but it's all right. Hopefully that doesn't tip over. Oh dear God, please don't tip over. Next up, we'll try the Hershey Kisses, and again we're gonna open them smartly in a way that makes sense. These are white chocolate as well, but they're enlarged to show the detail, but they have a little red and green poking through. So we'll go ahead and pull one of these. I don't think I've ever tried Kisses on this show. So this is a first. I've had a lot of M&Ms. I've had a lot of sodas. I've had a lot of things from gas stations and a lot of donuts, but not any kisses. So the red shows through. I don't know how well this is going to show on camera. The green definitely shows. Oh god, that really doesn't show. It's going to melt in my fingers. There's a little green in there. You can see the red. It just doesn't pick up super well on camera. This one smells very white chocolate. These are pretty good, with the caveat that they just taste like the cookies and cream. They have the texture of the cookies and cream bar, which I love, by the way. Huge fan of the cookies and cream Hershey bar. Big fan. It is Hershey's, right? Okay, it is. Yeah, I don't know. I look at the package, I go, I like that, and then I pick it up and I taste it, but I don't. Apparently, I don't retain the information of who possibly could have made that. So it has that texture, and it definitely has a overwhelming white chocolate flavor, but that's about it. It's white chocolate with a crunch. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of like sugar cookie flavor to it, but I do like it. I actually like it more than the M&Ms, but I also just like the like I was saying, the cookies and cream so much that I think that translates well to what this is doing, even if it doesn't really add a whole lot of extra flavor. It's just a lot of white chocolate with some crunch. And, you know, to be expected. Not better than my mom's sugar cookies, so there you go. Just realized that I opened these M&Ms upside down, so this is going to look weird. But here are a couple of sweet treats that you can enjoy this holiday season if you find them. M&Ms, white chocolate. They are of the crispy variety, which is great. That's definitely a plus. I don't know if I really, honed in on that or talked about that, but I do prefer the crispy M&Ms the most. I like peanut butter and plain as well, but crispy M&Ms are great. Thanks for bringing them back, M&Ms. Really appreciate it. They're in like regular flavor as well as this, but these are okay. They taste a little off. They taste a little weird, but they're fine. Maybe you'll like them more than me, but I think that definitely the Kisses were the better of the two. Neither of these really taste like sugar cookies, at least what I've had from sugar cookies, and trust me, it's been a lot of sugar cookies, but I like this flavor a little bit more. Granted, it is just the white chocolate with a crunch. It's very cookies and cream bar. So neither of these are like blowing it out of the water. If you had to pick, maybe go find the glazed donuts, the maple glazed donuts, because those are the best that I've had recently. But these are viable options if you like sugar cookies and you like M&Ms or Kisses. So if you find them, give them a shot and let me know what you think down in the comments below. But wait, don't go anywhere, because if you call right now, the number that's flashing on the bottom of your screen, Pop-Tarts will throw their hat into the ring of the sugar cookie contest, and they will give it to you with fancy designs that look like homemade stitched sweaters, and they'll also make sugar cookie Pop-Tarts. It says awkward seasons greetings sugar cookie. Happy holidays is on the front. Flake it till you make it. Huh? Remember these hot phrases from 2004? They're back and on Pop-Tarts now. Pop-Tarts that taste like sugar cookies. And an item that I hope I haven't actually already done on this show, because I was thinking about it this morning. I bought it yesterday at the store. Let me rewind here. Yesterday I was at the store. I had the other two items done, taken care of. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I ate those M&Ms. I ate those Hershey Kisses. Bam, nailed it. Walked down the cereal aisle, as you do, because I am me. And then I saw these and I was like, oh man, do I buy Pop-Tarts and put a third item in the show? Do I do that? And then I was like, yes, I do that. I'm already $47 in anyway, budget wise. What's another 30? You know what I mean? So I bought these, and then I was thinking about it today, and I was like, did I do these last year? Have I already done these? But then I forgot to look up my own content, and then here we are. We're talking about them anyway. So let's go ahead and try these out. I don't know if I saw these last year. I may have seen them like online, but I don't know if I ever saw them in stores, because Pop-Tarts, for whatever reason, seem to be pretty hit or miss as far as what I'm able to find and able to not able to find. So this could have been one of those like, hey, in stores now, and then I just never saw it. All right, so we'll go ahead and crack it open. We'll see what kind of fun catchphrases we get in these. I believe this box was $4, and the only size I could find was the 8-pack. There are 16 pastries. What are they? 16 toaster pastries. That's such a weird way to phrase it. I mean, it makes sense. It's like correct or whatever, but at the same time, it's also like there's 8 packages in there. Anyway, that's the only size I could find them in because it was, whatever. We'll open them up here. We'll see what fun phrases we have. This one says, oh, holiday movies and chill. Yeah, hilarious. I don't really want to look at the other one. Hang on. Now put that on the table. And this, we got the happy holidays. Guys, remember that? Remember that from earlier, from 15 years ago? All right, so we'll go ahead and crack this open. I've already lost a part. It's just, man, the more I tear into this, the more I'm like, pretty sure I ate these last year. Pretty sure I did, but hey, I don't remember them, so whatever. That's what you're looking at when you get to the inside of it, which is kind of just the same color. It almost kind of looks like there isn't any frosting at all, just because of the similarness between the color of the actual like Pop-Tart crust and the interior filling. I don't know what the hell they even call it. I've eaten so many Pop-Tarts in my life, and I've never thought to think of what it's actually called. So we'll smell it. Smells sugar cookie-y. Smells fine. I'll just eat this little piece here. I don't think I like these very much. Yeah, these are my least favorite. They don't taste good at all. They taste like dough. There's no like flavor profile to it. It just tastes like, oh, here's some dough. They taste like they had a bunch of empty Pop-Tart shells and they're like, we have all this extra sugar cookie dough. Do you want us to just cram it in there? And they're going to be like, it's not really going to give much of a flavor. And they're like, we can make X number of profit. And then somebody executive rubber stamped it with a big old, yeah, because profit. And then sent it out, but it's garbage. This is easily the worst of the 3 that I tried on this week's episode, and that's saying a lot because none of them were very good. The best were the Kisses because I like cookies and cream, that style of chocolate, white chocolate, and crunch, but it wasn't the most flavorful thing in the world. The M&Ms get the slight nod because it is a crispy M&M, and I really like crispy M&Ms, but these are just bad. These are very bad. So, in a year, when I do this again, be sure to remind me not to do it because they're gross and I don't like them. So, we'll see you next year for more reviews of this. Now that we're all sugared up, we can talk about this week's game, which is Star Renegades. I pointed this game out last week and I gave it a shot. It is available with Xbox Game Pass, and this is a rogue-like strategy RPG, and I am really enjoying it. These are going to be super early impressions. I only put about 3 hours into the game, but so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. I like the gameplay and the systems, and I think the loop is really satisfying, and I'm really digging what this game has to offer. This game does have a bit of a tutorial heavy opening to it. I played for about 3 hours and there are a lot of tutorials, but this game has so much going on that it really needs them. And not only that, but the game is very well tutorialized that when I got through it, I understood what this game was going for. And it even gave me room for some like quote unquote like natural learning in addition to the directed learning. For a couple of examples, I figured out the best way to attack enemies to make sure that I was doing maximum damage while we're getting minimum damage in return. And I was having I had a couple of times where I had a little bit of trouble with the items. I was picking the wrong items, and I feel like I just understand this game and what it's going for in a way that makes the tutorialization of the early parts of the game tolerable to the point where it's like, okay, it can be a little frustrating when it interrupts you so consistently, but once you get into the first kind of open area, it slows down a little bit. There are a couple of tutorials here or there, but it does start to open up, and I feel like it's really satisfying when it does open up because you're taking things that you've been directed to learn, and then you're piling on top of it your own knowledge, and you're starting to really have all that stuff click into place. And I think that's a really awesome thing about this game. The game feels like it sets you up to be successful, and this game is a run-based game, so you get as far as you can. If all of the members of your party die, you restart and you start from scratch. And I definitely felt like I was going into the second run with a whole lot more knowledge. And even the first run was just a dumb gamble that I made where I took a little bit too much damage in like a final battle. I was like, I can take this guy out, and then I didn't end up taking him out because he ran away. But I just took a little bit too much damage, and when I got to the final boss, I was in a whole lot of trouble, and I just couldn't last long enough to get their health whittled down to defeat them. But I went into the next round not only understanding the game, but with like a lot of confidence, being like, okay, I can improve on this, I can tweak on this, I can make sure that I'm grabbing the correct items and making sure that I'm doing the correct enemy attack order so that I don't take damage, so that I make sure I have full health when I get further into these runs. And that's what I want to do. I want to go back to this game, and I want to do more runs in it. I think it's really beautifully animated, and I think the art style is fantastic. I love the strategy turn-based RPG style that they are doing. I love the little timer bar at the top of the screen that tells you exactly when enemies are going to attack, and you can plan your offensive maneuver or your offensive game plan based on that, and kind of working that out in a way that makes sense and is easy to understand. I really like what this game is offering. I do think that it might get a little bit stale because the battles can feel a little bit samey, especially if you're doing the same areas over and over again. You can hold the B button. I was playing on Xbox One, and it will skip through some of it, so that might make it a little bit faster, but some of the lower level stuff could become tedious. But I'm not at that point because I only did like a run and a half or so. There is a lot of explanation and tutorialization in the early parts that can kind of slow you down, but once they get you in the open, you're in for a really good time. I highly encourage checking it out on Xbox Game Pass. It's a free added bonus to a subscription that is already great, and it's a very good game. As for this week's new releases, there wasn't anything games-wise that was all that interesting. There were a couple of things out on Blu-ray. Mad Max from 1979 is getting a 4K release. Monty Python, what is it called? It is The Flying Circus. The complete series 1 through 4 is out in a Blu-ray box set, and then Train to Busan Presents Peninsula is out, but that was it as far as the Blu-ray stuff is concerned. And finally, the stream's happening over on twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex. A little bit of a different stream schedule, obviously, because of the holiday week. So instead of a Thursday stream, we're going to do a Wednesday stream. That's going to be sports all day long. So if you don't like sports, probably not the stream for you. If you like sports, maybe the stream for you. Boise State has their final 2 games of the regular season. They became a lot more important after last week's victory against Oregon State and Oregon's loss to whoever they played. I'm forgetting who it is. But what needs to happen is Boise State needs to win both games, and they might have a chance to get into the Pac-12 championship. They play at Oregon in game number 1, and then they'll play at home against Utah in game number 2. I believe it's a home closer, but they play Utah either way. After that, there will be a little bit of a break, and then we're going to do the Apple Pie Cup, which are the games that I put up on the holidays, which are Thanksgiving and Christmas, football on Thanksgiving, basketball on Christmas. They're both mascot games. We'll be using NCAA March Madness 07 for basketball, and we'll be using NCAA Football 14 on the PlayStation 3 for football. So if those sound good, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, all kinds of sports, all the sports you can handle. We'll be back to regular games on Friday, continuing Yestermorrow. I played a little bit more of it. I played actually the whole second island of Yestermorrow. Still really enjoying it. we'll be moving to the third island, which is the ice island, trying to complete the next step in the process for that. And hopefully we can do that without too much trouble. And then after that, I've been really interested in trying the Dragon Quest XI demo. So I'm going to give the Dragon Quest XI demo a shot for a couple of hours after tomorrow on Friday. Sunday we'll be back in Bus Sim, making some progress in that. And then Monday we'll be over on Mystery Bag Monday. You can vote right now. Twitter.com/ShaunosaurusRex. You can let me know what you want to see for Mystery Bag Monday. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360 are the options. So if any of those streams sound good, 2 o'clock on Wednesday and Friday, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday and Monday. And all of those streams can be found over at twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you like the content, you can scroll on down and you can click that subscribe button, and you can ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. If you want to let me know what you thought of the stuff on this week's show, you can talk to me about Star Renegades, you can talk to me about the M&Ms or the Hershey Kisses or the Pop-Tarts that I tried. You can scroll on down a little bit more and leave me a comment down below. Head on over to twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex to catch all of the streams on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday. And then check back every single week right here for more Week in Review. We'll see you next week. I put your pen down so you can wave, please.